are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason.
Yeah.
We also have Jesse in the studio. Whoop whoop. And that's
Don't do that again.
Yeah.
what? No whoop whoop.
No.
No whoop whoop.
No
Jesse.
whoop whoop.
No whoop whoop.
Save the whoop whoop for later.
No. Do you realize what you just did? What
I'm
you
sorry.
unleashed on all of us?
Like after the
This
show.
is going to be a podcast of whoop whoops. Everything that tickles his fancy is going to get a whoop whoop. Preston is the information czar, and Harrison is on the ones and zeros. Jason, how you
Harry.
doing today? Harry.
Just gave us permission. He said
Oh, yeah?
he would prefer to be called Harry, not Harrison.
Okay.
Well, ever since the mullet got chopped off, I don't think Harry applies as much.
Yeah, it is what it is.
That will not be a YouTube short. Jason, how you doing today?
Speaking of YouTube shorts,
I probably shouldn't eat these crackers. They really dry me out, and then I can't talk. But gosh darn it, I love a Ritz cracker.
is there anything better than a Ritz
Yes.
cracker?
This
Yes.
show,
No.
look
Yes,
how,
there is.
I don't know if you can.
There is an actual
see how
cracker
it's like,
better.
See that
Yeah.
baked goodness? There's
Oh.
like that butteriness
Yes.
to it. Just enough
Okay,
salt.
are
It's
these-
a perfect thing.
Are these official Ritz or are they
Yeah,
generic?
these are. Come on.
He lives in a loft. Do you think he buys
I'm
generic
not buying
Ritz?
generic Ritz crackers. There's some things I'll go generic on. Some things don't matter to go
like
generic
saltine
on.
crackers.
Yeah, a saltine cracker is a saltine cracker. It's
Yeah.
a horrible thing.
Yeah.
But Ritz cracker.
Isn't there like an applesauce cracker? Have we had those? I think we've had. They're okay.
Listen, the club crackers,
Oh,
the buttery clubs.
I love a
the
buttery club.
The buttery miniature clubs. Those are better than Ritz.
what are
I like
the
to snap
disc
'em.
the disc kind that like you use for like
Yeah.
a cheese ball?
Sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking
What's
about.
it- what are those
Sometimes
called?
they call that a water cracker. I've heard it called that. It's a little stiffer. You know?
yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
For the
I like
cheese
it.
ball, you
'Cause
need
you gotta
you need a stiff cracker for the cheese ball.
because the cheese ball is dense.
The cheese ball is dense. I
Yeah.
love a cheese ball.
I just eat it with a spoon.
I'm sure. He eats the cheese ball like an apple.
I do love a good cheese ball.
He's like, why are you peeling it?
It's got so many layers.
The other cracker, oyster crackers.
He's trying to plant cheese ball seeds in his yard. Thinks it's not how it works. Jesse.
Someday they'll grow. I promise.
All right, what were we gonna say?
Okay, so the shorts. Okay, I'm very active on the shorts right now,
You have been very active on the shorts,
and it's doing very, very well.
doing very well.
Very well.
I hear good things.
Very good things.
Wonderful
So,
things.
On YouTube alone, we have gained
Traction, serious amount of
serious traction. Well, for real, we're gaining multiple subscribers a day, which we hadn't had a subscriber in years.
It'd been years.
before that,
I every once in a while would unsubscribe
just to.
just so that we could get that bump of a new subscriber.
I'm not sure that I've actually subscribed to once yet.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Unsubscribing and subscribing. I viewed it like rocking the car back and forth when you're trying to push it out of the
Yeah.
mud. You know, just to get
Yeah,
it
yeah.
a little bit of momentum. Unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe. You know,
You do it 30 times in a row.
and just real quick, and I try
Yeah.
to get rhythm. You know,
Yeah.
but it never worked.
Yeah.
But
So
this
anyways,
this is getting us real traction.
it's
Talk about
actually-
traction.
We're talking about traction.
Because that's what you need when your car gets stuck.
Traction.
Traction.
So these shorts have actually given the show some traction on multiple platforms, and it's an online software that we're using, and it's called Sermon Shots. Okay, sermonshots.com, and for real, we joke about this all the time. But if you use Lauer Road Radio at checkout,
No, we're the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, we are.
This is the problem.
Everyone's like, we've
This
heard
is
this
real.
one
This
before.
is an actual
Probably put
labyrinth.
a link in the description for that.
okay, no, yeah, okay, so
This is an actual thing.
this is an actual thing.
We've really done ourselves in.
Yeah.
That being said,
The
if you go to
mattress
Ritz,
thing,
if you
don't go to
Ritz.com. And if you order 50 crackers on Ritz.com,
Use Lauer Road
you
Radio.
use Lauer Road Radio,
No,
and
okay,
you get
stop.
50
for
free.
real. For real. This is real.
This is real, though.
This is real.
Your thing is real.
This is real. Use Lauer Road Radio at checkout. For real.
Seriously,
And
though.
for real.
Seriously,
You'll get
though.
a special deal. You'll get an extra. You'll get an extra like 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Normally it's 2 weeks. This you'll get 4 weeks of free service to use, to
Only-
capitalize on. And I'm telling you, if you're using the shorts like I'm using them, whatever you're promoting, it's going to get better.
Yeah.
So they're actually marketing it to churches. I don't know why, but apparently churches do a lot of
They
talking.
do stuff on YouTube.
They do stuff on YouTube.
Jesse had some chili last night. Now he's got some traction on his shorts.
Stop. I'm
Every
trying
day.
to do a serious bit.
I just thought
we never advertise for anything, and
That's
this is
true. I know.
This is a thing that there's.
We could make real money doing this.
This
right?
is like a real thing.
like there's dividends to be got.
It pays out. Okay, so go to
If you want your
sermonshots.com.
if you want your shorts to look like our shorts,
Sermon shots, it's shots, not shorts.
but they are shorts. That's what they create.
Yeah, but the website is sermonshots.com.
That's not confusing.
/ Lauer Road Radio.
No. No.
No.
backslash. No. In the promo code at checkout, use Lauer Road Radio.
Okay.
And
All-
you'll,
All lowercase.
yeah.
Okay.
Just one word. Lauer Road Radio,
Okay.
one word.
Okay.
No spaces.
No spaces.
LAUER
Uh-huh.
ROAD.
Yeah.
You can figure out radio.
Okay, that's the promo for the day. We can move on.
All right, Jason. These two yoo-hoos over here got stories, and we're going to let them go first. Preston, on his way home from last week's episode
Yeah.
recording, decided he was going to go to GameStop because there was a special release of a game.
Zelda.
Yes.
Zelda fresh wind from the breezes.
I'll give you a
You know,
fresh
okay.
wind.
What was it
Jess,
called?
you've been doing that all day.
What's it called?
It's Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears
Yeah.
of the
And
Kingdom.
before you tell your story, you have secured the game and you have
Yes.
played the game.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do we think?
11.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you go to Zelda.com,
Use Lauer Road
use
Radio.
Lauer Road Radio.
Nintendo, I promise, loves us. I
Okay.
swear you.
Nintendo loves us?
Oh, 100%.
Have they seen the show?
My grandpa, second grandpa removed, he definitely loves Nintendo. He's like, you know what? Here you go. Watch this.
Hiro Nakamoto?
100% was just like, hey, man. He
Yatashi
speaks English
Shakamima?
very well. He's like,
So-
what's up, guys?
So you go to GameStop, your old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Because you used to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, I'm going to get this Zelda game.
Yeah.
You're in, you're out, you go home and play the game, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
No.
What happened?
All right.
They only were selling it for Sega.
I feel
Not
like
for Nintendo.
shenanigans ensued.
Very big shenanigans.
Okay.
So, months ago, they did pre-orders on a special edition, and it was only online only.
Only online only.
Yeah, only online only.
Okay.
I say it exactly like that.
Okay.
And wasn't too pleased about that because you order stuff online, could get canceled or you might not be able to
Sure.
get it.
I don't like that.
Do
I
you
don't
have
like
to use Bitcoin at checkout?
You could. It's an option.
It is an option.
Yeah.
Do you have Bitcoin?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't live in a loft.
He had some Doge.
But fast forward, to last week around this time, I went there, and not only did they have collector's editions in store, they had multiple of them.
Ah.
Come on.
I wasn't very pleased about that
Why?
because I had to wait.
You had to wait, but then
Yeah.
you find out, actually, I didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
I could have
But you
gotten
bought
it.
the game?
Yeah, I have.
So you
I
have
had
two copies?
I had 2 copies.
Oh.
That comes later on.
Okay, sorry.
But go in there, see that, wasn't too happy. It smells like the worst smell you could imagine.
No.
GameStop. I know what GameStop smells like.
Yeah.
We're talking the store. What are we talking? What smells?
What smells?
We're talking like, your stereotypical guy lives in his mom's basement and doesn't shower for 3 weeks.
The,
guy-
the
the worker.
employees at GameStop smell. Is that what you're saying?
Like the employees and the people in line in general.
Sure, that makes
At
sense.
the Marion, Ohio GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
They
wanna
smell like
clarify.
Pudge.
Pudge and maybe some fudge.
A little pudgy and fudgy.
And Pudge and Fudge together
Yeah.
always creates a smudge.
Ooh, there you go.
It's not funny. That's not funny. It's just
It
stupid.
doesn't mean anything.
Pudge and fudge equals
Listen,
smudge.
you got Pudge? You got Fudge? You're going to have a smudge. Even if I got to give you a nudge. Continue. That was all from the twisted mind of Dan Owings. You get more stand-up comedy like that. I'm going to be opening up for Dave Landau very soon.
Anyway. So after waiting.
Okay, wait, stop. For real, where's the camera? Right here? Give me that camera.
That camera.
Okay. Dave, this guy right here, he's funny. And I think, okay, get that camera now.
Yeah.
Or
This
that one.
camera.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
this
one.
camera.
Okay. That guy right there.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
What's the deal with Ovaltine?
When's the last time crazy thing happened to me on the train the other day? Who likes to ride the train? This guy knows what I'm talking about. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's observational. I do a lot of crowd work. I got a tight 15, Dave. I got a tight 15.
Okay, so Dave, just email us.
Just email us. I'm happy to. I'll be a good opener for you.
Yes.
If nothing else,
It only goes.
I will set the stage. And if you want me to, I'll literally set the stage. I mean, I'll get everything set up. I know how to do that too.
Okay,
I got
sorry.
a tight 15. All right, continue.
So, supposed to, get in line. There was no line. I don't think people in Marion know what a line is.
Yeah.
It was like a cesspool.
I wish that were true. I really do.
And people just branching off. So they don't know what lines are. So I just
Yeah.
sneak my way up on line.
Well, you're one of them.
Come on.
Yeah.
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 And there was a controller there.
A troll?
A controller.
Oh,
Xbox
Last one.
controller.
Switch controller.
Switch.
Oh.
Okay.
Last one. Dude checks out and he's like, wait, I want that.
Oh.
And I give him the look.
Oh, the
the
look.
look, yeah.
Ah.
And he's like,
Man. Yeah.
I'm staring him down. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to find you.
Did you have Destiny with you?
No.
See, she's scarier than you.
I think Finn's scarier than me. So.
Well, that's true too.
So he took the last. What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Switch controller?
Last Switch controller.
You don't have a Switch controller?
I do, but mine's getting drawn down.
Oh.
Because it's like 6 years old.
He
You
plays
have to
it a
charge those.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Anyway. So after all that depression, went home with my copy of my game. And then, long story short, I go home to a big package. It's my collector's edition that I wasn't told to ship at all.
Yeah.
So I have 2 copies of the game, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
So you come home,
Yeah.
So,
find
but you
out.
knew one was coming.
but
I
you
was-
could. But
I
you,
never got shipping information. I never
sometimes you
got
don't get shipping
confirmation
information.
that was, like,
Sometimes it
shipping.
goes to the junk email.
Yeah, that's true. Did you check your junk email?
Did you check your
I
junk?
did.
I don't think you checked it.
Do you have
Well-
do you have multiple emails?
I do, but I only used one email. That's my primary email. My other one was used for.
So now you have 2 of the same game.
Yep. Well, had until I was.
You
like,
gave
you know
one.
what?
You gave one to my daughter.
Yeah, I was
And
like, here you
she's
go.
been in a room. I haven't been able to get her out. Playing Zelda.
Success.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
So last week is that it?
That's
Any
it.
more?
That's it.
Anything else that
Just
rhymes
the
with fudge?
frustration of
No. Okay.
fudge and
Um,
smudge.
Is this a game like once you beat it, you conquer it, you're done with it?
No, you can play it forever.
You can play Mario Brothers forever.
Yeah, forever.
Do you ever win the game? Do you ever
I mean,
save
you
the princess?
yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Is it probably after 400 hours?
Zelda is the princess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, most people don't know.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? I started an argument at disc golf this week because we were talking about, and I said something about Zelda, and said, and I don't play Zelda. I've never played Zelda. I'm not a video game guy, but I've heard people argue and say, well, Zelda is the girl.
Yeah.
No one knows that.
No, we all
and
know
so
that.
I said that, and one of the guys that was playing with me was like, no, it's not. Zelda's the boy. And one of the other guys that was playing with me, probably friends with Preston, was like, no, 100% Zelda's the girl. Got super
Really?
upset about it. And I just backed out of the
So
conversation.
Zelda's the girl.
Link is
Yeah.
the boy.
Yeah.
Link is. Who are you?
You're Link.
What's Zelda doing?
Being a girl and not doing
Oh,
much.
wait a minute. So
She's the
I...
princess.
Do you actually have to save her?
Yeah.
Is she a princess?
Yes.
She Japanese?
I mean, she's an elf, so no.
Oh, an elf.
Yeah.
An elven Jap.
Oh, Anise.
Anise, yeah, please.
Let's not make
Anise.
that one a short, although many of them are. What?
Oh, I see what you did there.
No.
Very funny.
I think they
Japanese, very short.
I feel like the Japanese have a good sense of humor. They got like super happy fun hour type shows. You know what I mean? They like to laugh.
Have you seen their game shows?
I love their
they're
game shows.
They're
awesome.
fantastic. They're crazy.
They're trying to climb up a stair made of ice, and they just keep on falling down and
Yeah.
stuff. It's wonderful.
And they get close to the top, and they just get punched off of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
We need more Japanese game shows in
I
America.
agree.
We are very pro Japanese on the show.
I would say there's no other podcast more pro Japanese game show than us.
Show.
Are you on record with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Change my mind.
I challenge any podcast to come on our podcast and prove us wrong,
Yeah.
because you can't.
You can't.
So last week, Jesse talked about how he was in Sam's Club in Mansfield. Don't have to tell the whole story again. And there was a mystery dispenser on the wall. It was a dispenser that all it said was that it took $1, 4 quarters, but there was no information as to what was in the dispenser. So Jesse decides to cut his work short at the toilet because he can't take it anymore. So he gets out of the bathroom, gets 4 quarters from Savannah, goes back into the bathroom, puts the 4 quarters in the dispenser, only to find out that nothing comes out of said dispenser.
Nothing.
He's down 4 quarters. He had an interrupted bathroom session. Just nothing good happened. And so you went back to that Sam's Club,
did.
like we told you to,
Yep.
to find out what was in the dispenser.
I did.
Did you film it?
I did not film it.
That's the one thing we asked you to do.
Well,
Slacker.
There were other people in the bathroom?
there were other people in the bathroom this time. I sent you guys a picture of me.
No, we saw the
finishing
picture.
my business. It was before.
Yeah, we saw
We saw
that.
the before.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for that, Jesse.
So actually, Savannah said we need to go grocery shopping, and she was trying to convince me to go to Aldi, which is right across. I said, no, we definitely need to go to Sam's Club. She goes, well, but we'd have to buy in bulk, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I got some business to take care of. So we go in. I said, before we even got out of the car, I was like, hey, babe, you got 4 quarters. So she gave me the 4 quarter. I don't carry quarters. I'm not a peasant. And so she gave me the 4 quarters. I go straight to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Before I checked, I had to take care of some business.
Yeah, as you do.
And I was waiting for some people to come in and out. You know, there are people in there. I was like, oh, maybe they'll leave. And then by the time, it just didn't happen. So I go over. I insert my 4 quarters again.
And still no labels or anything.
No labels, nothing on it. And I do the thing. I pull the thing out, push it back in, try to twist it. Nothing. Like, okay. So now it's got 2 of my dollars.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm kind of feeling around the bottom where whatever would come out would, exit the bottom. And I'm feeling, and it starts to pull out.
Oh.
And I go, oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't do that again.
Oh.
Yeah, that was me. Oh.
So at this point, we're like 7 meters dilated.
Yep. And so the lock for it is on the top left-hand
Like,
corner.
it's not all the way out yet.
Not all the way out.
But
it's just,
But you
it's
can
cresting.
feel
right?
it.
It's there.
Is it breached?
It's breached.
Oh, no.
Yep. So I'm pulling, and the lock for it is all the way at the top left-hand corner. So once you get the bottom out a little bit, you can pretty much pull a majority of it out. I might have bent the door, but so I pull it out, and I look, and I can see something in the top. I'm like, that's what's supposed to dispense. I'm not gonna give you any hints.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it looked like. No, I won't.
Don't give us
What? All right. Do you guys want to take one more shot?
Yeah,
at what was in it?
I'm gonna guess that it was a tampon. That's my guess.
Okay.
I'm going to say wet wipes.
Wet wipes,
Kleenexes.
Kleenexes. Harry.
He doesn't want to.
Another
Another
gumball. It wasn't right last week, Harry.
What is it?
Well, I brought it with me.
A diaper?
Diaper.
Oh,
Diaper
a
in a
diaper.
package.
Okay.
So much more wholesome
Sure.
than what I was
Sure.
thinking. I
Sure.
pulled it out, because I stuck my hand in and slapped it
Yeah.
down, pulled it
Yeah.
out. And I was like, oh, a diaper. It's for good dads that have babies who forgot diapers.
I think you should have went to the manager and say, this is not going to be big enough.
This is...
Can you show me what the depends are?
Well, they sell packs of like 7,000 there. So yeah, it was a diaper. So I got all riled up about nothing yesterday or
Yeah.
last week. So anyway, I just thought I'd give some closure to this story. I know a lot of people out there like
oh, yeah.
they've
Desperate
been.
to know.
I couldn't sleep at night without knowing.
I know I couldn't either.
Bated breath. So, Jason, Michaela, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but Michaela is she goes to jujitsu class. Were you familiar with this? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
She takes jujitsu. There's a local jujitsu gym.
We're talking the Hebrew kind?
Jujitsu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hebrew.
The Hebrew fighting.
It's Hebrew
the
karate.
Lost.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the lost art of
She
Hebrew
does every
fighting.
time I drop her off. She always wants to close the door as fast as possible because I always say something like "Have fun at karate" or you know what I mean.
That's karate.
No matter what it is, I always say it wrong. So anyway, she goes to jujitsu, And she likes it, and she always has. She seems to be enjoying the class. She's been doing it for 6 or 7 months or something like that. And there's 3 classes a week that she can go to, and you can take your first jiu-jitsu class for free. So you can go and check it out, take the class, and then decide whether you want to go back. Now, it's not just for kids. It's mostly adults in this class, although there's a couple smaller kids, a couple teenagers. And so Michaela's been bugging me, and she's like, Dad, I want you to take the jiu-jitsu class with me. And I'm like, I don't know, honey. Like, this does not seem like a good idea to me at all, But she really wanted me to take it, and I wasn't going to do it. I was like, it seemed I was going to get embarrassed. I was probably going to throw up, pass out. I was going to get choked out. I was going to, everything bad was going to happen. I was going to fall down, and my pants would fall off. All of these things I was expecting to happen. But, then I was driving one day, and they played Cats in the Cradle on the radio, and I was like, doggone it, I'm going to go to this jiu-jitsu class. So I said, okay, Michaela, I'm going to go to the jiu-jitsu class. So a week and a half ago, I signed up, and I went to the class, and, it was really something. It was really something. So first of all, the guy the guy that leads the class, he's a very nice guy. His name's Jason.
Okay.
And
is this in Caledonia?
No.
Okay.
No. And so I introduced myself. We talked. He's like, oh, yeah, we love Michaela. She does a great job here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, great. And he's like, okay, so we had to get you a gi, okay? So let's go back to the back room and we'll get you a gi, And so he goes up. He's like rifling through the thing, and he picks one up, and he kind of looks at it. He's like, here you go, try this out. I'm like, I don't think this is going to be. And I was like, I was like Chris Farley, fat guy in a little coat situation. I was like, I don't think this is big enough. And he's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, he obviously, he saw me, obviously reached in there, found the biggest one he could find, and then he was like, oh, boy. So he rifled around a little bit longer.
We'll have to go shirts and skins.
All right, it's only going to help me. So he did find one that fit me, and I was able. Then he showed me how to tie the belt and all of that stuff. And so now I'm in the class, and he said, "There's a guy in the class. His name's Doug, and he's a blue belt, and he's pretty good." And he said, "I'll pair you up with him because that way you'll know what's going on." So this Doug guy and I, how you doing? And I the whole class, I kept, yes, sensei. He's like, don't say that. He's like, stop, please. Stop saying, yes, sensei. So they don't like that. No. I have learned that. Okay. But it just seemed instinctual to me. So
Master Splinter.
I am very honored. So so yeah, they didn't care for that. They explicitly asked me to stop doing that. And so then
did you ask to get out the bow staffs?
Yeah, where did we get out the bow staffs?
When's ramen break?
How many size do you have?
I work exclusively with nunchucks.
Can I throw the Oh, you beat me to it. Dag on it, Preston.
How often do you use swords? Anyway. So
are the swords sharp?
So
are they wooden swords?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And I did bring my ski mask, and they asked me to take that off
multiple times.
I'm like, They're like, no, don't.
Yes, sensei. Yes, sensei. I'm sorry, sensei.
So the way the class starts off, there's a lot of, he'll say stuff and they clap, and then they say things together and they bow, and I'm like trying to do what everybody's doing,
It's like line dancing.
It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Anyway, so then he's showing like different moves and things like that, and so he shows the whole class how to do the move with Doug, my partner. He's like, all right, and this is what you do to him, blah 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 blah. He's like, all right, go, and everybody works on that move.
Yeah.
I don't know the moves.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed it to me, and it's, I am getting real up close and personal with Doug, by the way.
Yeah.
He and I are very close. I mean,
do you have his number now?
Basically, I know, right? I should. It's like every move starts off with one of you have wrapped your legs around the other person. So yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Don't like that.
So
take him to dinner first.
I did not take him to dinner. And so anyway, we're doing all the things, and he's showing the moves, and I'm starting to figure it out. And this guy's very nice. I mean, I really do appreciate. And I could tell I was how do you say it? I was testing the limits of his ability to wrap his legs around a human being. He was not used to my particular set of. Well, okay.
It's called girthiness.
I was going to say, my abilities. He didn't quite know how to handle me. You know what I mean? So he's like, okay, hold on. He's like, he's like. I could like hear his like hips coming out of joints. He's like, all right, I got it.
It's like a snake dislocates.
And I was like, okay, let me just snuggle in there. All right, you got me, Doug. So
hey, look at us.
Hey, you and me, man. They said it was never going to happen. So anyway, so we do that whole thing, and it was interesting. It was very interesting because you're learning things about moves, and I mean, at one point, I do the move on Doug, and he's like, no, he's like, you got me exactly where you want to get me. I was like, really? He's like, no, you're doing it perfect. He goes, and I don't remember what it was. He's like, pull back on your right arm just a little bit, and I was like this. He's like, oh, no, that's enough. I was about to like break his arm or something,
yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty cool.
So for a moment, you had some power there.
I did, and he was like, no, don't do that. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, break it, yeah, sweep the leg.
Who's the sensei now?
Yeah,
we're gonna level the playing field here now.
Yeah, so he was very, very patient with me, and then the last like 15, I'm already tired. I'm sweating. I mean, I'm sweating when I walk into this place.
That's a given.
Sweating,
That's
putting
a
the
given.
gi on.
And so all of this stuff is like, I'm, and then the last 15 minutes, it's 2 minutes of sparring back and forth is what they're doing. So it's like just basically everything that I've learned. I could try to put it into practice, but ultimately, one guy starts on the bottom. One guy starts on top. If you're on bottom, it's your job to flip the guy over, and so you put him on his back, and then you're on top of him. If you're in the leg hold and you're on top, it's your job to get out of the leg hold, and then so So me and Doug are going against each other. This guy's a blue belt. I don't know the difference between a blue belt and a black belt, and then I don't know. I just know Doug's better than I am. That's what I know. And so he's like, well, why don't we just start with you on top? And I was like, okay, that seems like a better place. I can use my weight and just press. Because now it's not about moves. It's just about like
leverage.
One human against another human being. And I thought, I did a lot of wrestling around when I was a kid, I could probably, I don't know, like I can do this. We used to fight, So I thought, okay, so I grab his gi, and I'm really holding on. And my thought is like, I might not be able to get out of this leg hold, but I can hold him down to the ground.
Yeah.
And so we're going, and so I'm kind of trying to wiggle out and it was like, and obviously he's quite a bit lighter than I am.
Yeah.
It was like I was on top of him, and then it was like bing, bang, boom, I'm on my back.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know how it happened.
Yeah.
And I was uncontrollably, Michaela was so embarrassed by me, which is like, you should have known if you're going to invite
Michaela,
me.
come help.
Doug's beat me up. So
I soiled my gi.
But every time, it's okay. But every time he would do that, I would uncontrollably laugh, like because it was like blowing my mind. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't.
Is it a laugh or a giggle?
It was a laugh, like a guffaw, maybe. You know what I mean? I was like, what just happened? Like it just, my brain couldn't make sense how it happened so fast. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, let's do it again. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, all right, you ready? And we do this, I don't know, thing, where we know we're ready. And he's like, boom, bang. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then after 2 minutes, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is a full body workout. And at that point, I have nothing left in the tank, and he is just owning me every time. He's just being nice. He's like, "Do you want to take a break?" I was like, "Yes, I want to take a break, Doug." So, and then the last thing, the teacher was like, "Why don't you spar with Michaela?" And Michaela was like, "She's like, I'm so ready to choke you out." She had all of these moves. She was ready, but there is a strength difference between me and Michaela, and a weight and a size difference, significantly. And so she started on top, and so she reaches down and she's trying to get me in this chokehold, and I just grabbed the front of her gi and just held her up because I'm exhausted, and she has more in the tank than I do, and she wants to beat up her dad, and I'm like, I'm not gonna flip you over like he wants me to, but I'm not gonna let you beat me up. And for like 2 minutes I just held her just held her straight. I'm just on my back holding her straight, and she's like, trying to get me.
She's
so
18.
she's
17,
she's
18?
17. Yeah,
She's an
She'll-
adult.
She must be 18.
She's
and
older
and
up.
I'm just hold her up because I just couldn't do it.
You're like, well, we're done paying for jujitsu
Yeah,
lessons. You
I
couldn't
just-
even beat me up.
It was honestly, if I had the money, I'd probably take the class.
Yeah.
It was a crazy good workout. All the way home, I'm uncontrollably shaking.
Yeah.
My arms, I'm like driving, and I cannot stop shaking because like my muscles are like going into atrophy.
Yeah.
So
Tell me this:
Yeah.
if all the jiu-jitsu rules were off, and you could just like fight,
Okay.
could you beat the guy up?
no, this guy,
'Cause
no.
I feel like I could.
no, you couldn't.
I'm telling you what, because I had this thought, like, because once they said sparring, and I asked him, I was like, so we're not like doing all that stuff we were doing? He's like, nope. He's like, all you got to do is just get me, get out of this leg hold. And I'm like, okay, I can just, I can do this, Man, I'm telling you, this guy, everything is like, it's like every time you have a move, he has a counter move to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that they were teaching when the coach or whatever the teacher was talking about it, he was like, this is not a jiu-jitsu move, this is a self-defense move. So if someone tries to punch you, so he was showing you what to do to stop punching. I mean, this guy's an MMA fighter that I was going against.
Yeah.
You take away the rules, it doesn't matter. It probably, if
Helps
anything,
him.
it
Yeah.
helps him.
Yeah.
It was remarkable. And he's just a dude in Marion, Ohio, that's been doing it for like 3 or 4 years. I cannot imagine how advanced these MMA fighters are. Like, what they're doing is just really phenomenal. I have gained a massive amount of respect because I used to, right, come on. You're like 20-something years old. You're like, oh, these guys are just kind of wailing on each other. I could do that, Nope, I could not. Now, maybe if you spend 15 years working on it from the time you're 12 years old, maybe. But these guys are amazing. And I am not a jiu-jitsu-er at all.
I think it's jujitsu.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. I have heard that like jujitsu, out of all of the martial arts and all, like it is the one that is the most mentally, like stimulate. Like they say that you can never learn all of jujitsu. There's always more to learn, even if you're like a black belt.
Yeah.
And they say it's like the toughest one of all of them. And it kind of worries me that there's someone walking around Marion, Ohio, that's a blue belt. Like, I don't want to pick a fight with anybody because it could be
this guy.
if you were to see him on the street not knowing,
No, if
would
he
you
was just
thought-
wearing, you'd be like, you might think he's kind of fit, maybe, but that honestly, you wouldn't even think that.
I'll
He's
fight
not
a fit
big,
guy.
he's not super strong. He's just a normal looking dude that will beat the snot out
Kill
of me.
me.
The guy that led the class looked even less intimidating, and he's like an expert. So, anyway, it was really something.
My friend Josh Anderson, you've met Josh.
Yes,
He does a class in Caledonia. There's a guy out
a
there that
jiu-jitsu
does-
class.
Yeah, he does
Oh,
it. Yeah. Him and his son.
Okay.
So I've thought about it. He's asked me to come out there before.
It's
but
a lot of fun. I really do like it. I mean, I really did enjoy it, and I really would go, but I'm not.
I'd rather
I can't.
just play slow pitch softball.
Yeah, I'd love to play slow pitch softball. All right, you want to do the Netflix?
Yeah.
Why don't we just go ahead and sit back, relax,
drink a cup of coffee,
put the record player on, and
put your slippers on,
play the Netflix suggestion of the week
take your shirt off.
now.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon
Jason,
Prime
what
or something
is
like that.
your Netflix suggestion of the week? Sponsored by Sermon Shot.
Sermonshot.com.
Seriously though, for real.
For real, use Lauer Road Radio at checkout.
no,
All lowercase, one word.
All lowercase, one word. You'll get a special deal.
for real though.
And we get a kickback, so do it. If you're a podcast, if you're a church, if you're on social media, in
Honestly,
any degree,
it's a cool thing.
It's very cool.
It's a cool thing, and
It's
very
cool.
user friendly.
Very user friendly. I do them at work all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Netflix suggestion is on YouTube.
Okay, you've been on a YouTube kick lately.
I have. My mother-in-law is staying with us currently, and she introduced me to a brand new channel. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic.
She's not good for you.
No, we bring out the worst of each other. It's called the Y Files. WHY.
W
Y.
H. Oh,
Not like the letter Y.
Y?
Why? I
Okay.
don't know. The Y files.
Is there a question mark behind Y? No, there should be.
Yeah. Well,
There's WF.
the WF is like the little
question
symbol.
mark.
And so they break down.
So it's like Y files? It's not
Y-
Y files? It's
the,
Y
no,
files?
it's the Y files.
The Y files?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how you would say it.
Well, they have a question mark on the logo, so.
They do, but there is a ton of videos on here. I mean, a ton of them, and they're all conspiracy based. And this guy he's a professional. Like, he breaks it
I
down.
love a conspiracy base.
Listen, I love conspiracies.
I like a booyah base.
Listen, you're making fun of me. I like
You
conspiracies.
like conspiracies.
I love conspiracies. Like, for instance, landing on the moon. I would talk about that all day, any day.
We know.
I know, but this guy, like, he has like real stuff behind it, and he's middle of the road. He's not necessarily pushing for or against it. He's just laying it out the way it is.
I'm just asking questions.
Just asking questions. Yeah. So, anyways, the Y files.
Did you learn anything?
Well, I'm 2 videos in, but
okay.
literally tonight she's already got 2 or 3 prep ready for me
Ready
to watch
go.
when I get
Pop
home.
the popcorn.
Yeah, and we're watching the Y files.
Okay.
So it's very good. Each episode's like 26 minutes.
Okay.
And then they do like an after show. It's like 4 hours.
I love an after show.
Yeah, the after show's not as good.
Oh,
just
sorry.
watch the 26-minute regular episode.
The Y files.
The Y
on
files.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very, very good. If you're into anything conspiracy, this is a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not a conspiracy guy. And not that I don't believe that they're true, because I believe that a lot of conspiracies are true. And the reason you know they're true is, like, have you ever been in charge of like a group of kids where it's just like, it's like a field trip or a youth group thing or something like that, and something goes wrong and you don't tell them the whole truth about like what's happening. You like withhold truth from them
Yes.
for their own good.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that multiple times.
Well, even with your own kids, you know?
I
Yeah, you
lie
do
to
that
them
sort
all
of
the
thing.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just like a conspiracy, like on a grander scale. You know, like
right.
People in power withhold information
Right.
from the masses.
Like,
so,
for
yeah.
instance,
for instance,
if lizard people are real, I'm not saying they are or not,
okay.
but if they are real,
Is there an official show stance on lizard people? It feels like
not yet.
I think as a show, I think our official stance is that Queen Elizabeth was not a lizard person.
Correct.
Individually, we think she is.
Yes.
You think she is.
Yeah.
I think she is, was, whatever.
Yeah.
But
As
as
a
a show,
show-
our personal stance is that she was not a lizard person.
Correct. Yeah. So, anyways,
Wink,
if
wink.
if lizard people are real, and they could be,
Yeah,
they would not tell us.
sure.
Do you think the people in charge would tell us that there's lizard people controlling our government?
No.
They wouldn't tell us that.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that.
Okay. My Netflix suggestion of the week is found on Apple TV Plus. Is that what it's called?
I don't know what it's called.
I think it's Apple TV Plus is what it's called. We resubscribed to it because there's this. My wife loves Jennifer Garner, and
She was big. What was that?
Alias.
Alias.
Actually, Abby's been watching Alias for the first time
Oh.
with Erica. Erica's seen Alias twice already.
Okay.
And now she's been watching it with Abby, and
That's a fun time.
it's a J.J. Abrams show. It's what put J.J. Abrams
Oh,
on the map.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in fact, he was a writer on Felicity,
I don't know.
which is crazy. Felicity was just like a chick flick TV show, and he pitched to like the producers. He's like, "What if in season 6 we find out she's been a double agent for the government the whole time?" And they're like, "It's not that kind of show. It's like a high school college girl drama." And he's like, "Yeah, but what if?" And like
and now it's 21 Jump Street.
and they're like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah.
And so he was like, "That's how he got the idea for Alias."
Gotcha.
So anyway, Alias, fine, you can watch it. It's on Disney Plus right now.
Okay.
is where they're watching
I
it.
won't be
That's
watching
not my
it.
suggestion though. So, but Erica loves Jennifer Garner, and she's got this show on Apple TV Plus that I'll talk about another time. But I'm not done with it because we're in the middle of it, so I can't
What are
give
you?
it.
Are you non-suggesting?
I haven't even gotten to my suggestion
Okay,
yet.
I'm
I'm just
confused.
saying why this is why we got Apple TV Plus
For that.
for the Jennifer Garner show, which
Okay.
I'm not ready to endorse yet
Okay, gotcha.
because we're in the middle of it.
So that's on the back burner.
That's on the back burner. Just get ready for that because that's coming.
Okay.
There's also another one coming called Silo. You're gonna love this,
Ooh.
but that's on the. It's a apocalyptic future.
I love
You
apocalyptic.
love an
future.
apocalyptic, and just imagine that everybody lived in a. You got it.
Simulation.
Silo.
Oh, a silo.
Like
Okay.
a literal
Corn
silo.
silo?
What's that?
Corn silo?
I don't want to give too much away.
Did you see Under the Dome?
That
I did
was
not
a
see
good
Under
one.
the
That was a
Dome.
good
You
one.
would
saw it.
like
I liked
Silo,
it,
I
yeah.
think. Well,
Did you
once
see
again,
Knock at the Cabin?
Come on. No, I don't even know what you're
M.
talking
Night?
about.
Okay, that'll be mine next week.
Anyway, Silo, the Jennifer Garner thing, they're on the back burner. I'm going to wait till I watch the full season before I give a suggestion.
Okay.
My suggestion is the movie Tetris.
Okay.
It's good.
I've seen the Discovery documentary on it.
Oh, really?
I've not seen the drama.
Oh, I didn't know that
There's
there was
a drama, like a real
Yeah,
movie.
it's a movie
Yeah, yeah,
about a series of events that happened.
Yeah.
That it's crazy.
It is a crazy story.
It is a crazy story. The KGB is involved.
Yeah.
This guy had to go to Russia. Like, his life was in danger. It was like in the middle of the wall coming down. Mikhail Gorbachev was like involved in, like, he was aware of Tetris and
Yeah.
like the worldwide rights to it. And
Well, it happened like behind the
Red Curtain?
Iron Curtain.
What's the Red Curtain?
I don't think there is a red curtain. And
Okay.
these guys were playing it on their work computers. They did
Yeah.
it just for fun.
This guy created the game. The very first Tetris game was just like DOS, and the shapes for the Tetris game were the parentheses marks.
Yeah.
You know, like he wrote the code for it, and it was so popular that everybody, like, people were just sharing it on floppy disk drives,
Yeah.
and everybody in their offices are playing it.
There's bootleg copies everywhere.
And literally, the KGB had to create a program to install on every government computer that would block Tetris
Yeah.
from being downloaded onto that computer, because it was like,
But the guy who invented it was working in a government building.
Yeah.
And so they said that because it was invented in a government building, the government owns the rights to it.
they owned it,
Yeah.
right? They owned Tetris. And Tetris was the #1 selling video game of all time from like 1988 to 2020 or something like that. Minecraft eventually took over. So, I mean, this is a massive, massive
yeah.
deal. And in the middle of it, it so happens to come out at the same time that the Game Boy is coming out.
Right.
And the Game Boy was like made for Tetris. It was like
Right.
the perfect
Well,
game.
that and Paperboy.
Listen, I love Paperboy.
Paperboy?
I love Paperboy. So anyway, so like, who's gonna get the rights to it and make all of the money off of it? And anyway, it was funny in some times, you know. It was kind of tongue in cheek. There were a lot of like Tetris graphics. The Tetris theme song is playing in the background a lot.
Yeah.
So it's got some lighthearted kind of funny moments, but some very serious moments too. I learned a lot about Tetris, and I highly suggest it. Now, here's my caveat. It is rated R, and I was reading about the movie online, and they said that the reason the movie is rated R is because the original script, when whatever they got the ratings people to look at it, it was going to be rated G. It was like, there's no sex or violence or, you know,
It's Tetris.
drugs. I mean, it's a movie about how Tetris got licensed. You know, there's not right. There's not like how much can happen there.
It's a government dispute.
Right. Yeah. So, but the makers of the movie said, if we release a movie called Tetris with the G rating, people will think it's a kids movie. Adults won't go see it. And so they threw in just a bunch of F-bombs.
Not even like part of the conversation, just someone post-production is
Yeah.
They just come in.
Just in the middle
Well,
of it.
apparently it was in the script making process.
People
of
are
it.
in the background holding up signs.
So about every 10 minutes, there's an F-bomb that flies.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
It's not part of the
It doesn't
story at
have really anything to do. It
Is
doesn't,
it a Russian
doesn't
F-bomb?
necessarily help. I think that at one point there is. And I'm like, I wonder if that's like a...
Gotta remember that.
I gotta
one.
remember that one if I ever make it to the homeland. So
I'm struggling so hard not to just say it right now.
the Russian F word?
No, the F word.
No.
What a child. What a child. So anyway, the movie's called Tetris. It's on Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
It's very good.
I will watch.
I
love Tetris.
I really enjoyed it. It made me want to play Tetris.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect game. Tetris is. It's like so simple,
Yeah.
so satisfying. You know, when you watch those levels drop, it's like dopamine.
Yeah.
It's a perfect game.
So I had really never lost to anybody ever,
Mm-hmm.
but I started playing Harrison a couple times,
Yeah.
and he's starting to beat me.
Really,
Look at you, Harry.
the master has.
Hey, I got a
become the
suggestion.
student. Yeah.
Okay.
It's I sent Jason. He didn't watch it. It's on Facebook though.
The stuff you send me is sometimes like I got to be careful who's around.
Fair. So there's these videos on Facebook. They might be on YouTube too. I'm not sure. But the Facebook profile is called Cart Narcs. And it's this guy. I think he it's part of a radio show, The Woody Show. I don't know. But he walks around grocery store parking lots in like a vest, and he has an orange baton that lights up, and he waits for people to put away their groceries in their car and then just leave their carts. Not in the buggy area.
Sure.
And he just walks up to him, and he was whoop beep 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 beep, and he was, hey, that's not where the carts go. And he films this whole thing, and the people's reactions to it, it just, I don't know why. I'm a cart putter awayer.
Are you a cart putter aware?
No, of course he's not.
No,
No,
actually,
he's not.
no, listen. Stop.
We
Okay,
gotta talk about this.
When I park at Walmart,
You park by the cart.
100% of the time, I park right beside the cart. Even if I have to walk further,
Yep.
I'll park further back by the cart rack.
I have a question. So today I went to Kroger and put my cart away as you do.
Which Kroger?
The one
By the mall?
No, the one by Walmart.
Okay.
So we get the stuff, and I'm taking the cart over to the cart corral. Is that what they call
Yeah.
it? To the cart corral, and there's a lady. She's walking towards the cart thing, and about 20 feet away at an angle, she just pushes her cart like through the parking lot, and she made it. It was like it hit the thing, hit the rail, and pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
You know, it was,
She's done
it was
this
kind of
before.
impressive.
Yeah.
But I'm the guy that I take it all the way in, and I push it into. I get them all lined up.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of work for the guy, you know.
Yeah.
But now we got these little carts, and a lot of these cart corrals have 2 lanes. Have you noticed this?
Large cart, little cart.
Do you follow the large cart, little
do.
cart rule? Most
Yeah.
people do not.
Yeah.
Most people do not. A lot of inconsiderateness. I care about the little guy.
The other thing I do
Yeah.
is oftentimes I will grab a cart from the parking lot and push it into the store to use as my cart.
I'll do that. You know what's a great feeling is when you're walking out and you're taking it to the cart corral and somebody's walking by like, hey, can I take your cart? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's great. I feel like everybody wins. You get a cart.
Yes.
I get to give you my cart.
And someone doesn't have
And
to...
I'm like, sometimes I'm like, you don't want this one. It's got the bum. It's got a bum wheel. And sometimes I'm like, guy, this is a good cart.
Yeah.
You're gonna be happy with this cart. This cart got me through the
Are
store.
you used cart salesman?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, what can I do to get you in this cart today? You know, and so yeah, I love that interaction. Just that, no, everybody wins. Nobody's losing anything.
Yeah,
Hey, can I take that cart for you when I'm going in anyway? Yeah, man, take it.
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing. I like to take old ladies' carts. You know,
Oh.
let me get that for you.
Mid shopping trip to steal.
Grandma.
After they've paid.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's great. It's because the reactions people have. Like,
Oh, you're still going.
Yeah, yeah. So the one I sent Jason that he didn't watch was this lady.
See,
that-
because like my thing was like
it was good.
I was like, maybe
I
Jesse
wasn't
will
done.
pick up.
Nope.
Maybe I'll
Nope.
talk about this for a little bit entertainingly. Once again, Dave, I got a tight 15. The the cart stuff, that's not in my tight 15. I'm working on
It's
it.
in
Okay,
mine.
I'm working on it. I've got a open mic in Saskatchewan that I've been. Anyway, that's all.
Anyway, one of them, there's an old lady parked in a handicap spot. The cart corral is like 2 spots over from her, and she just leaves it in the way. And he goes, whoop, 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 whoop. Ma'am, that's not where the cart goes. And immediately she goes, I have cancer. And he was like,
Oh, jeez.
okay. Then her husband gets out of the car to yell at the guy, and he's got a cigarette, and he's got a lit cigarette. He's just been hotboxing in the car the whole time. And just these people. It's great. Each video is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. He puts little bumper stickers, like magnetic ones on their car, and it says like, I'm a lazy bones, or like, I don't put my cart away because I'm a jerk. But he's so nice
your
about
Netflix
it.
suggestions of the week is some videos that you saw on YouTube.
Yes, 100%. No, not even YouTube. Facebook.
Facebook. Great.
Cart narcs.
Okay.
It's great. It's
right.
very entertaining.
Good. All right. Well, that takes us just all the way home here. We're rounding third, as you do, and I got some things, but do I want to waste them? In the last 2 minutes of the show, I could. I don't have to. Do you have anything that you want to talk about, Jason? The other day on my watch, because I'm friends with Jesse in the exercise app, and when someone else does an exercise or whatever, completes something, you get a notification.
Yeah.
And I got a notification that Jesse just finished a social dance.
What?
I got a notification. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Was
that
it
said,
me?
That said it was a workout finished, and it said Jesse just completed a social dance.
Are you sure it wasn't me?
Was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was Jason. Jason.
I've never done a social dance.
Jason, Jesse.
Yeah.
So you just told it. You found that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is that what happened?
And then I was going to tell you that was code word for something.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did I leave my wall?
I just did a 30-minute social dance.
Okay.
So now, every time you see social dance on...
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I was waiting. I did that like a month ago.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting. I
really thought it was Jesse.
Because
but
I thought for sure you're going to bring it up. And
it's been on my thing. I've never been able to get to it.
Yeah, that was me.
So
I thought
okay.
that was hilarious.
Social
I laughed about
dance
that for
exercise.
weeks.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, Jason. Well, that's a show as far as I'm concerned. Yep, that's it. I got things, but I mean, they're hilarious.
I'm sure, well, is it part of the Type 15?
It's not part of the Type 15. I've already worked out. This is where I work out my material, you know.
Yeah. Is it how to carry a knife?
How to carry a knife is definitely a part of the Type 15.
And TV bullet holes.
TV bullet holes is probably part of the Type 15.
Okay, Dave.
It's right on the...
Come on.
Dave, TV bullet holes, how to carry a knife, gold. That's gold. Gold, Jerry. It's gold.
Is it poop knife?
No.
Poop knife is not an original.
No.
I wouldn't take that. So, all right, that's it. This is Dan signing off for Jason and Jesse and Preston and Harrison. I'm
Harry.
never going to call you Harry.
Yeah.
If everyone in the world calls you Harry, I won't. Reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, boo, boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids. That was a good one.